So I need to update my phone because there are some notifications I should be getting on my phone that I don't get on my phone. There are certain apps that should stay on my phone, but my phone is not compatible. So I need to get me a new phone. Speaking of new phones, right? I'm with fucking Metro PCS. So if you know about Metro PCS, right? You know, once you hit a Metro PCS store, all you see is fucking Dominicans. Now, I don't have nothing against Dominicans. I actually like Dominicans, but not too much. Like I would say I like Puerto Ricans more than I like Dominicans, right? But what I like about Dominicans is number one, they can do hair. Number two, their skin complexion, and number three, their honesty, right? If they don't like you, you're gonna know. If they don't like you, you're gonna know. And if they don't want to fuck with you, you're gonna know. They're like Queen Satiras and all types of shit, right? Dominican people are cool. Puerto Ricans, I grew up around Puerto Ricans more than I did Dominicans, so I can go to a Puerto Rican faster than I can go to a Dominican. Um, but with that being said, the lady that filed my taxes, she is, I think, Dominican, if I'm not mistaken, because I doubt she's Panamanian, so she must be Dominican. Cool, nice lady, smart lady, all types of shit. Inspo, right? She's an inspo type. And for a minute, I wasn't really feeling her because my baby daddy files with her, and he already had complaints about his taxes. And if you've watched my previous videos, then you know what the fuck I mean. And so I was a little hesitant to go to her, but because I was that desperate to file my taxes, because I thought Cash App was fucking playing and all types of shit. Um, I needed a professional to file with, so I decided to go file my taxes before the deadline, and that was my birthday week too. So I decided to file, and I was happy. I was feeling myself and everything because it's been a minute since I filed taxes with an actual professional. These last couple of years, I've been filing myself, which has been double work because if you file online through whatever app or software or whatever, they might send you a tax return, but it might not be the tax return that you actually should have received. You could have received more had they actually had a hard copy with your signature on it, which is what I later found out um, with that whole Cash App experience. So, with that being said, I had a couple questions. I asked her, I got her professional feedback and opinion and all types of shit. So, everything felt cool. Now, my baby daddy said he paid a certain amount. And by the time she charged me a different amount. So, I'm like, okay, that's weird. But I paid it because I needed my taxes filed. So now, um, last week or about 2 weeks ago, I received my federal tax return, and it was true to the amount that she said I would receive. So I was hyped. I'm like, okay, cool. Um, because sometimes they give you an estimate, or sometimes they give you the amount that the system claims you're going to receive, and then something on their end pops up and you don't receive that exact amount. You may receive more, you may receive less. But when that happens, IRS is supposed to send you a letter informing you what the fuck happened, right? Because you have a professional in front of you, in front of your eyes, in front of your face. You're speaking, blah, blah, blah. You have to sign something in agreement saying this is what was spoken about. So if this is the amount that's on there and that's not the amount that you receive, IRS is supposed to send you a fucking notice. From my previous experience, that's how it's supposed to go. Now I'm from New York. I don't know how the fuck Baltimore operates, but I'm pretty sure it's the same thing. So with that being said, I'm feeling myself today. Like I miss my baby daddy. We've been arguing a couple of days. I'm like, damn, fuck, like I miss him. And little did I know he was sending me messages on my phone, because I sometimes I don't get the notifications like I'm supposed to be getting the notifications, which is part of the reason why I need to get me a new phone. But what is it? But anyway, with that being said, I just find it weird that something's like, let me budget, because I'm still budgeting. I'm spending money crazy on the baby stuff and stuff like that, and I still have stuff that I would like to purchase. So I'm just making sure that my account stays uh in good standing, but that I also get everything that I need to be getting. Only because I'm just hard headed. Like, my mother's thirsty for me to get to have a baby shower, but even if I have a baby shower, I want to make sure that my baby already has everything he or she needs prior, right? So just some personal stuff that I was going through. But I'm checking my account, right, just to make sure, because around today I'm supposed to be expecting a little something something from my state return. So I'm looking, and I did get it yesterday, and I didn't even know. Like, yesterday I was expecting deliveries. I got my baby blender, and my baby's a food maker. And I want to show you, but I'm gonna do that video later. Um, Baby food maker and my birthing ball. So I inflated my birthing ball yesterday. I was sitting on it. My butt felt amazing. Like, I think I mentioned that in one of my other videos. Okay. Um, my past situations where I ended up my ass ended up hitting the fucking ground and even the floor during certain altercations. So my butt just doesn't feel the same anymore. There are no more twerk outs. There are no more exercise ball, no nothing. So my butt just feels very like this, you know. And so when I sat on the ball, it felt amazing. My baby daddy was looking at me like, "What the fuck is wrong?" He was telling me, I never heard of a woman taking that just to go give birth. I'm like, you know, I need it. Like, I need it. When I was searching my birthing plan, I saw that listed. Now I have a yoga mat, and I'm thinking, damn, I don't have an exercise ball anymore. I had one, but I don't have that anymore. And I'm like, I don't want to just get another exercise ball. I want to make sure it's a birthing ball, Number one, for timestamp, and number two, I figured it was more durable than an exercise ball. Now I got the biggest one. And it matches my little yoga mat, so I'm excited about that. But I'm like, damn, I don't want to take a yoga mat to the hospital, because I'm gonna put that shit on the fucking floor. And like, I don't know, I just felt weird. So I said, no, let me get the birthing boy. It's gonna be on the floor as well, but at least it's a little different. It's not too germ reminder. Like, I'm not gonna be thinking, oh my god, germs, germs, germs. It's different. It's a little more fun. And hopefully, I don't wanna lay on the bed during my whole labor, which is what I did before. So I want it a little different. I want to make sure I squat. I want to make sure, I'm flexible during this time. So anyways, go back to the fucking tax returns. So I received my tax return, and I'm looking, because like I said, I just recently made two recent orders, which was the birthing ball and the food blender. So that should be the last two transactions on my account. But I received that tax return, and I'm looking like that's not the amount that the lady said I was going to be getting. So I did the math, and I'm like $52 short from what was expected, and I'm trying to figure out why. Now, the irony to me, in my little theory, is I pay $55 a month with Metro PCS for my little Samsung Android phone to stay on. Now, if you see or watch any of my previous videos, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. The shit's been slipping, lacking. I'm getting SIM card removed, SIM card added, all types of shit, interrupting my fucking experience on my line. And for what? So I just find it funny that, the lady's Dominican and, you know, I suspect Metro PCS be switching on my lines and all types of shit. I don't know what for. It all started ever since 2021 and I still ain't changed my phone, but shit like that should not be happening. I never had that experience. I don't know if it's because I was never an Android fan, or I usually had iPhones, and even before that, I had a little Metro PCS phone, but it wasn't even a smartphone. It was like one of those regular, just to make a call phone. And in between that, I had a BlackBerry, so I never really had an Android experience. My first phone ever was a Nokia. Just like that's how I learned how to text, on a fucking Nokia. Um, and so I mean, the phone is on. I turned on the phone. It must have a fucking SIM card. Like my contacts, notes, all types of shit is on there, photos and all types of shit. But other than that, I'm ready to let this shit go. So I figured I would get the another Samsung because I'm hesitant to go back to an iPhone. Um, but I'm still undecided. So with that being said, I'm like, why the fuck would IRS? Why would the state lie to me about fucking $52? What does that mean? $52. I pay 55, so I don't get it. So now I don't know if next year when Bay goes to file, if we should like let her know. I mean, what's going on with this missing 52? Like, is IRS should have a bill for me or something, because why the fuck is $52 missing off my tax return? You know what I could do with $52? I could give my baby a couple outfits, um, some wipes. That could have been what I used for the baby's formula later on. Like, don't. And then I realized federal won't lie to you unless they coming at you for some shit that you really did. Like, I don't think federal will lie. So my federal was true to the amount, but the state, why is the state fucking with me already? You know what I could have did with $52? I could have went and got my ID. Like, I don't get it. I could have paid my fucking credit card bill, at least the minimum. So $52, yeah, $52 is missing. So I'm trying to figure out why. And even that day when we filed, cop cars is coming around, like mad weird shit. So I'm just like, wow. It was raining that day. I made a video about that because again, me and Babe was arguing, but it was my mistake. I thought he misplaced or hid a form from me, and I didn't understand why, because I knew I printed it and I couldn't find it, and I ended up finding it right in front of the bitch's face. And thank God, because again, it goes back to my tax transcripts. Like, I know I printed them out, but I couldn't find them. So again, I'm just over 2023, like over it. And filing with these people is still annoying because it's like you expect what they're telling you to be all the way true to their best knowledge and their best ability to make it happen, and then you get a slap in the face. I would have expected a little more on the federal and then less on the state. Like at least no, those $52 is on the federal, you know. But whatever. So I take it as maybe some money is coming in, and I'm just not to miss those $52, or I'm to let it go. I'm not to cry about it or complain about it. And it's just like, ew. Why the fuck is the state lying to me about what the fuck I was gonna receive? But federal is supposed to be a more stricter, a more, what you call it, like a more, I don't know. And I'm just annoyed. Um, I'm very annoyed. But the good thing is, as far comparing to like all the tax returns that I filed by myself, it's much, much more clearer and cleaner. Because if I go back and look at what I was expected to receive before, and if I received it or not, it's gonna take forever. I would have to go back into my bank statements and all types of shit. And I don't know if she's in, like, I don't know if it's the state's supposed to be annoying me because I was taking accounting. I'm taking accounting, so I don't know. Um, and it's just funny how the Board of Ed kind of sneaks its way into what you actually experience throughout life. And because if I'm not fucking registered to any of the classes, you would think that they would leave me and my mentor alone. But no, there's always something, a red flag or something that's jinxing my fucking happiness and my fucking tranquility. And that's where I get annoyed. Um, I don't know what for. And I was actually thinking of registering for accounting one and accounting two because I have to take those classes again for my brain cells. Um, I've took it already in the previous school, but they couldn't in this school they couldn't accept the grade because I didn't really get good grades. Like I got like um, a D, and I forgot what other grade. Um, No, because I only took accounting one and I needed to take accounting two, thinking that they would accept accounting one's grade, which was a D, but no, I would have to take accounting one with them and accounting two with them. So I'm thinking if I'm capable of actually getting a good grade right now, or if I should wait until after the baby's born and register for another set of classes. Classes start next week, so I'm a little annoyed, but very, very over the fact that I'm not in registered. So I want to be registered. Um, and I just thought that was a little weird. Like you would think that because I'm closest to Washington, that motherfuckers ain't gonna be playing games with your income, with your refunds, with your shit. And it's like even when I watch the fucking news, there's crime on Washington. Like, I don't know what the fuck I used to think before. And that's just sad to know. So in reality, all that shit that you're supposed to be praising, they're gonna hate me for this. All that shit that you're supposed to or should have been praising back then, as you're getting older, you realize, no, yeah, no, nope, 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 you know? So it just goes back to like when I mentioned how my expectation of court at one point was supposed to be up here, and it really wasn't. When I got there, like it was just like, oh, it was like I felt like I was at the fucking HRA office, and I'm just like, wow, you know. So sometimes don't put too much pressure. Don't put too many expectations on yourself about things, places, and people. You know, just do you, pray for the best results, and keep it moving. And that's what I plan to do. Now I can't blame the lady that filed for me, right? Because I'm paying for a service. She's helping me with me receiving this service that she claims, you can get from her establishment or her place of business. But it's still annoying that, you even have a fucking printout of this to be expected, and it's just not. So it just feels weird. It feels like, well, where did those $52 go? Now, I can call IRS and figure it out, but you know how IRS operates. IRS is going to have you on hold, is going to shuffle you around the automated system, is going to say something's processing, but this was already done. Like, so maybe I should contact a IRS office sometime today or tomorrow. I prefer tomorrow because once it's like past 3, I don't like bothering nobody. Um, I've left work at 3. I've left work at 4. I've left work at 5, and I don't like the calls that I would be getting to make me do all extra types of shit. So I prefer. That's when I feel like I'm a morning person. So I prefer to make all my calls like that in the morning. But I'm just glad that 2023 is over for real. And you should feel like that once you receive your tax returns. 2023 is over for real. And 2024 is to be moving in a more positive note. Um, but I wouldn't fuck around with federal, I would like me and federal's relationship to stay how it is. Like, and for the most part, I think all my federal returns have stayed true to what they claim I'm supposed to be receiving. It's usually the state. I know sometime this year I'm gonna revise all my accounts and make sure, but there are certain years that I was expecting a certain amount and even got more, so I'm a little confused. Um, especially if no letter comes before you receive your tax return. Like, you would think if that shit was processed, that if they see, oh no, this is not what the person's going to be receiving. Oh shit, no, this is what came out. Then we should let this person know. Let's print this out. Let's send it before the person receives it and be on some shock mode. Like I don't understand how people keep operating nowadays. And this is literally between age 18 and 39. And I remember that from an appointment I scheduled with the doctor, and when I looked at the notice or whatever that she has set up, it's like I'm in that age frame, 18 to 39. But anything before that, like maybe 2 years before 18, you still feel babied. You still feel like people are telling you the truth when you go seek help and all this, and it's just not like that. Even a little after 18, like from 18 maybe to 21. After 21, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's the way the system works. Everything is blamed on the system, the system, the system, the system. It's scary because even like the people in the offices, they act like their position doesn't even work anymore. Like, they can't work their wand and their magic and make shit happen. It's the system. And it's like, wow. So if me and the system can like have less interaction, I think I'll stay sane. I'll remain sane. So that's just my point for this video. trying to figure out what else my baby's gonna need, what else I should purchase, spend my money on. Um, I'm rooting for a natural birth, but I want my doctors to know I may need medicine. Okay, I may need medicine. So being robbed $52 is almost being robbed the eighth, you know? I don't like that.